Welcome to 2025. Hello! Happy New Year. I know it's been the new year for quite some time, but my first, second video of the year. So it's actually no point of saying Happy New Year. But my video is New Year's themed, so I guess that's why I'm saying Happy New Year to you. As you could tell by the title, I decided, somewhat contrary to my last video, that I was inspired to make a 2025 mood board after all. I feel like any other year I would have been like, well, missed January 1st, so there's always next year. But there's always this year. Even though we're already pretty much a month in, better late than never. And you can always start a vision board no matter the day, no matter the year, no matter the week, no matter the second. That was some inspiring. There's definitely conflicting viewpoints or whatever on whether you should share your goals or not, because some people say if you share your goals then you're already receiving the dopamine or whatever of doing them, so you don't end up doing them. But there's also something to be said about accountability and putting it out there and having the sense of responsibility or whatever that causes or whatever. So whatever, I'm putting it out there, speaking it into existence. And I made the focus of this vision board, instead of goals specifically, I made it intentions focused. So there's goals intertwined in there too, but I made it more intention focused so that it's kind of things I intend to do this year, and that the actual outcomes might be different than the intent, or so that way it's less focused on the goal, a specific tangible goal, and more focused on an intention and less on a specific outcome of that intention, if that makes sense. Anyway, and it's also a lot more action based than end goal based, if that makes sense. It'll probably make more sense as I get into it, but yeah. So anyway, I wrote out kind of different sections already of my notes, and then I found pictures either from my personal photos, camera roll, whatever, or a lot of them are just Pinterest images that kind of represent the different segments, and then kind of each one has a subcategory for the most part. And then I've got my little, I feel like it might not need to be this big, but my little yellow paper. Thought it would be fun to do something a little colorful. Bring some happiness and brightness into this year. Got my little arts and crafts drawing utensils basket here with, wrong way. Took my little treasure chest. I think it was my grandma's sewing basket at one point, but I designed and 3D printed some little inserts to organize all my markers and colored pencils and everything, so make use of this. My first intention for the year is to document things more often, and then more meaningfully as well. So what I mean by that is I feel like it's so easy to just take a lot of pictures on a phone and then not go back through them, or not have any way to I don't know, it doesn't feel as special, I guess, as if you take it with a point and shoot camera or a video camera or whatever, doing photo or video that way, and then making it into something, whether it's just a little montage of videos to remember a time, or having point and shoot photos that, one, I think look a lot better than phone photos, and then two, it feels more special to look back in, especially if you get them printed out, put them in a little thrifted photo album. That's what I love to do. And then it's just, I feel a better way to look back at things rather than just seeing them on your phone along with all your random screenshots and photos that you forgot you took or took on accident. So the 3 areas that I want to document most this year and going forward are my process of doing things. So while I'm making things, while I'm doing things, I feel I really like taking pictures of the final result of things, but the journey's the part you remember anyway, as Miley would say. But yeah, and then people and places, I feel I just want to take more pictures with friends and have them be more meaningful. I feel there's so many times where you hang out and don't not that everything has to be documented, but like just going out to eat and having your picture taken by the waiter. Like I feel like that's something that my mom does, and then for special occasions and stuff. But like, why not? We pretty much are able to take unlimited pictures. Why not make them special ones? Anyway, so this is the picture that I chose for it, and I could probably put it up on the screen too if it doesn't look good quality enough. I feel like it looks fine though. It's actually a picture that I took on a disposable camera when I was probably like 6 or 7, and that like the camera I finally got developed like a couple years ago. But it's actually a picture of my like childhood bedroom at the time. These cute little bears on the wall and stuff. It's very green because it was like an expired. By the time I got it developed, it was very expired. But I think it was super cute to like be able to have that like time capsule of pictures I took when I was 7, and like I want to be able to have pictures like that for every year of my life. So yes, that is the thing I chose to represent this category. So pretty much just wrote down things that I said before. Okay, next. I feel like this somewhat ties in, somewhat not. And I'm actually doing this goal right now, but our intention, I should say, my intention is to post weekly on YouTube and TikTok potentially, depending on the fate of that. So I already didn't do that for this year, but I did post the first week of the year, so that was a good start at least. So my intention is to post weekly, and I'd like to stick to that. You know, who knows if that's gonna happen? I'll do my best to make it happen, but we'll see. Anyway, so and then similar to what I was saying about all my intentions or goals or whatever, focusing on output versus results. I feel like sometimes I'll post a one-off video, you know, sometimes it'll do better than others. But I want to just focus on posting consistently. That's really the only way to grow. You're not just going to get one video that goes crazy and that's it. So anyway, just a little picture of Premiere Pro editing because that's what I use to edit. Representing my creative process for that. I also have on here process over perfection, which again also applies to everything I feel like, but especially with YouTube, I feel like I will like talk myself out of doing different video ideas and stuff because they're not, I don't know, special enough or meaningful enough or whatever, but I feel like not every single video has to be the most groundbreaking, never before seen, crazy, whatever. You know, I don't know. I feel like I'll have an idea that I really like at the beginning, and then by the time I could have already filmed it and posted it and everything, I convinced myself that I shouldn't, for some reason. But process over perfection, and just putting out videos and letting what will happen. Okay, finish that one. Looking cute. My next goal is kind of in the same vein as these last two, but it's to create, not accumulate. And they're not all rhyming, I promise. I feel like especially in the last few years, I've gathered, procured quite a bit of craft supplies, sewing things, fabrics, and just have so many ideas for projects with everything. And I feel like it's so easy to just like go out and get more supplies, more ideas for projects, more things like that. And then I end up not making the things or like putting off the things that I already have. So I really want to, make stuff with the stuff I already have. Not like doing a no buy year or anything like that. Like I'll still, if I see something really special, I'll still buy it. And like making stuff with the stuff I have will make room for more. Anyway, but yeah, I feel like I sometimes get really precious about the materials and stuff that I've had, and like I don't know, like I'll put too much pressure on like, oh, this fabric is really nice, so I shouldn't use it yet. I should wait until I'm more skilled, until the perfect project comes along or whatever. But you know, there's never going to be the perfect project. I'm always going to be growing in my abilities and stuff. So yeah, and I want to make use of what I have. There's no shortage of materials in my life or in the world, definitely. So There'll always be more at thrift stores. There's no shortage of things to upcycle or materials already in existence. So yes. Anyway, this is the picture that I chose for it. Currently, I do not have an industrial sewing machine, but that's one of my manifestations for the year, is to eventually get one. So Juki's are my bias for industrial sewing machines. So that's a little hidden element there. That's a little manifestation on the side of this intention. This next one I am calling Play Dress Up, which basically what I mean by that is even on the days where I'm working from home, on the weekends, whatever, days where I'm not even leaving the house, but also when I am, to be, I don't know, just more experimental with my fashion and stuff. Like, I'm very lucky to work at a place where, within reason, there's, allow for personal expression when it comes to fashion and stuff. So I really want to use all of the cool, especially thrifted pieces and stuff that I've gathered throughout the years, and just put more effort, I guess, into my outfits, and use that as like another way of creative expression and stuff. And that's something I want to also document via TikTok, so it all intermixes as well, so that's cool. Yeah, I feel like I just kind of forget even what I all have in my wardrobe, so I'll definitely gravitate toward using similar pieces over and over again. And then I think it's just would be a good process to kind of weed out things that it's like, oh, I just forgot I had this, but I really do like it, or things where I just don't wear them because they don't really fit, I don't really like them, whatever. So that'll be a good way to kind of go through my closet as well. I thought this image was cute to represent it. It's just like this little paper doll guy with some different outfits. So that's gonna be me with my different outfits. All right, next, somewhat another creative one, but it is to grow my business. So I started my business Past Premise in the beginning of 2022. It's like March, April. So I officially launched it, whatever. I definitely have lots of goals to grow it, lots of things I want to do with it. Like the opportunities are kind of endless. One of the first things I'm going to be doing this year, breaking news, is rebranding. So not only just like visual rebranding, but name and everything. So not announcing it yet, but coming soon. Really excited about that. I feel like the rebrand will just allow for a lot more different opportunities and stuff, so looking forward to that. Anyway, so that's like the first thing. I definitely want to apply for more like pop-ups, consignment, and just like vendor event opportunities and stuff. So I've done a few in the past, but kind of more sparingly, especially when I was still in school, but I'll have more time for that now than I did then. So that's exciting. And then also just like fashion shows, events, showcases, different things like that. I work really well, I feel like, with deadlines. So having something like that to have like a solidified outcome and deadline to work with, I think really helps my personal creative process. That's something I loved about school, was like kept me consistently creating and doing new things within limits. So that's that goal. For this one, I just have little orders being printed. So obviously it's a lot about the creative aspect too, not just the orders coming in, but I felt like that kind of just visualized business in a way. I don't know. Added that one. The next one I have is to build like a sense of community. I feel like, especially since being out of school, it's harder to find like a creative community, even though my job is in a creative field. It's definitely not the same as like the studio environment where everyone's kind of doing their own thing, and you just get inspired by all different different people doing different mediums, different things like that. So I guess like the creative community is definitely a big part of that. So through probably different events and just meetups and stuff like that, I really want to grow my creative community that I have, and just like make that more of like a daily or weekly whatever thing. Because it is, you can like I have my studio set up here, but it's, I feel feel like more fulfilling when you have like a creative community to kind of share it with, and that kind of motivates you to create in any different way. Also, in the community sense, I really want to find some volunteer opportunities near me so that you just like, I don't know, have that sense of community that brings, being able to help people out and stuff. So and this is the picture I chose for the community one, so just a group of friends hanging out. That's the vibe I'm going for. Alright, got the community one in there. I also added to it just to be more socially like outgoing, I guess. That's gonna be a challenge, but I can do it. Okay, the next one is to see more places. I'm excited to be able to travel more this year. I feel very lucky to have a job where I can have a good amount of time off that I get to take, so definitely want to make use of that to go and see friends. I've got friends kind of a lot more spread out around the country than ever before. A lot of my friends from school and even from like high school and stuff, so yeah, just using that as an opportunity to see friends, see new places that I've never seen before. Yeah, and this will be one of my first times traveling as an adult, especially more solo or not without my family. So I think that's just like a totally different traveling experience, and I'm very excited to have that. Oh, I already put the picture on here, but it's just these friends hanging out, looking at the sunset. Cute. All right, and then my last intention segment, whatever, is to have a focus on wellness, including mental, physical, whatever, all that stuff. I feel like in the past I've definitely been kind of like an all or nothing type of person. Like if I'm like in a swing of going to the gym and then I end up eating something unhealthy, then I just like drop it. I'm like, okay, I'm in an unhealthy era. I'm not going to the gym. Anyway, I feel like lately I've been a lot better about that, where it's not all or nothing. And that's definitely where I want to go, where I want to be, where, you know, I can eat a cheat meal or whatever. Like I don't even need to like have like a cheat day or whatever. Like work out when I need to. It's not the biggest deal if I miss a day. But also it doesn't need to be a 2-hour workout every time. That's something I also struggle with. If I can only go for 20 minutes, go for 20 minutes. And then I also want to dedicate more time to having no like stimuli, whether it's shows, music, whatever, just to like sit, think, whether it's journaling, just sitting and thinking. Yeah, I feel like it's hard to come up with new ideas, really process things, and I'm constantly having visual stimuli or audio, music, whatever. Yeah, that's something I've been trying to implement a little bit more. Like, not every car ride has to have music. Not every morning has to start with watching something or social media or whatever. Yeah. Oh, and I didn't show the picture, but this is the one. Guy chilling by the pool. And then I'm gonna, let's see, I have to make it official. Alright, let's see, had to make it pretty official here, so I was based to print my name, intend to make 2025 awesome. Yes, I do. I'll sign for that. Wow. It's official. That is freaking awesome, guys. Okay. Feeling inspired, feeling amazing. Hope you guys are too. Share with me what your top intentions are for the year in the comments below if you'd like to. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being with me to make this. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one.